Timer.
About two. Oh, all right. Here we go. This morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Well, so now we've read from Exodus chapter 20 all the way through and now through Leviticus. We finished the Levite blood right. That was the finale.
Yes.
We're done. So now all of what you just read in Exodus and Leviticus, this was overlapping the first year. So now we're going to pick up in Numbers. Let's see what Numbers picks up. Because this is now going to overlap and intersect that year as well. Okay? So we finished up and they just finished building the tabernacle. They're installing the priesthood. They're doing all of these sacrifices. They're getting the first daughters together. Yeah. Aaron has already lost his sons. This has been an eventful first year.
Yes, it has.
And all of this is happening on Jethro's land. They haven't gone away from that. This is all happening on Jethro's land.
Yes, it was. What I truly enjoyed reading was about the ways of redemption. Yes, to have that clarity, to understand what redemption is, how redemption takes place, and the way that it takes place, and knowing there's no other way. The only way is redeeming back our lands by buying them back. I think a lot of people don't understand is that we must buy back our land. It's not us going into war like they did then, but it's a little bit easier than what our ancestors had to experience in obtaining the land.
Yes. All right. So here we go. Woo. Numbers. It's not Numbers. It's actually Midbar, which is in the desert, in the wilderness. Okay, so we call the desert the wilderness. It's actually called the Negev. So we in the Sinai desert, which is in the Negev. Okay? And Yah spake with Moshe, in the wilderness.
Yes.
Right? Midbar,
Yes.
Sini, which is Sinai. In the tabernacle of ordinance. So Moses is inside.
Right.
On the first of the month of Ayar.
Ayar.
So now you know Nisan come, and it's Ayar, which was, see, the second month of the second year from the time of their coming forth from the land of Mitzrayim, saying. So they came out. This is the first year. They just come out. This is the first year. Now we in the second month. This is the second year. Okay? Year two. So understand this counting because sometimes I be counting, people don't understand what I be talking about.
Right.
So we're going to understand the counting. So when you came out in Nisan, this year one.
Yes.
From day one, this year one.
Right.
Now we in the second month, this year two.
Right. For us.
For us. Okay?
Right.
So you start like this. Even when you start, first day, this is first day of year one. This next one is the next day of year two, the next year. Okay? Saying, Take the account of the whole congregation of Bani Israel according to the families of their father's house by the number of the name of all the males by their capitations. Okay? So we're going by the father's house. We're not counting everybody,
Right, just Bonnie, the sons.
just the sons of Israel, by father's house, by name, by their capitations. So let's take a look at this word, big fancy word. Capitations.
ATIONS.
Okay, here we go. It's a poll tax, a payment or a fee of a fixed amount per person, such as one remitted at regular intervals to a medical provider provided by a managed care organization for an enrollment patient. So it's a tax levied on the basis of a fixed amount per head. Okay? Capitation, grant, process. So whenever it's time to get an idea about the people, the Most High says this your first, you've completed your first year, we're beginning the second. I want to take account. I want to take a numbering. This is where the numbers come from.
Okay.
And we're going to start and we're going to take a tax, right? By male for each son of Israel, each man. Now, what is the age that we begin to count? Since we're going to be counting by men of Israel, not everybody,
Right.
and by family, so we're going to separate them into tribes and peoples, and we're going to get some order around here.
Okay.
From each son, 20 years and upward.
20 years.
Okay? Everyone going out in the host of Israel, thou and Aaron, number them by their host. Okay? So now, first things first. The high priest and the king. Okay, maybe you don't believe me that Moses was king at the time. I understand. You're going to take my word for it now. We'll catch up to this later. We're going to catch up to it. Okay, but Moses is king over all Israel. Yes, the Levite. Moses was king over all Israel at this time. Okay? So Moses is king. Now he takes him and he takes the high priest and he's now getting ready to number the children of Israel at this time. All right? From 20 and up. Now remember, this is the first year they came out. We done lost some folk with the golden calf, and the Most High is not even worried about them because he didn't want them no way. Now we're going to start now with this fresh new year. Fresh new, we're going to have this count. 20 and up. This is significant. 20 and up. Because when we get to a certain point, you're going to understand something.
Okay.
It's going to be something about this. The Most High counted 20 and up. There's something to this. It's not squeaky clean. I already know, but I'm telling you, I'm smelling something here. The Most High's getting ready to prove a point. This for people who don't like to listen to me, who don't want to hear what I have to say. Something stinks. It's not to me. It's for you, but we'll get there. And let there be with you a man of each tribe, a chief of his father's house. Okay? So now you have the three. You have the king, you have a high priest, and he says, and let there be a chief. One man will be appointed a chief of his father's house. And he says, and these are the names of the men who shall stand with you. Now, here's the part that the scholars be missing.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
They came out of Egypt. They got Egyptian names. See? So when he starts to name these people, they're being appointed new names.
So those who will come out in this time will receive,
If you get this seat,
your name will be new.
this gonna be your name.
So he's already named you, so there's no point in you trying to
You're
name
gonna
yourself.
change your name when you come in. Your name gonna change. I don't care what you call yourself now. Okay? I don't care what you call yourself now. Your name gonna change. Let me tell you something funny, right? So just a little thing, right?
Yes.
So my grandmother named me Ashanti. Okay? This translate to Gideon, Gidon. Same name. This definition, the name have a meaning. The name great warrior, right? Gidon, mighty warrior, great warrior. Same name. This is what my grandmother called me, my mom called me. Okay? So people know me as Gidon. I leave it. This is not my name. Okay? You allowed to call me this, but this is not my name. Okay? If you talk to my teacher, he called me Rabbi Sheikh. That's it. Rabbi. That's it. Rabbi Sheikh. Come. That's my teacher. He called me this. Everybody in Israel, they know me, Rabbi Sheikh. Here in this land, they don't call me Rabbi Sheikh. They call me Bilal.
Yep, that is true.
What? Bilal. Why they call you Bilal? You have to go and watch the movie Bilal to understand. See, I'm trying to help you.
You'll find it on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. Bilal. Okay? They call me Bilal. I don't ask for this name. This is what they give you. You're going to get one. So you have to understand the importance of name as you go through. But when you come back and we get some order, and some of you take these seats of nobility because of your strength, high morality, and adherence to the law for yourself and your people. Not just you enforcing the law on somebody, you and your people, yourself first. You get a new name. And these are the names of the men who shall stand with you. Of Reuben. Okay? Reuben. Elazar bar Shadur. Okay? Of Shimon. The leader. See, this tells you the leader. Now you say, why say the leader? I thought they all princes. You don't get all the princes. I don't get all the princes. This is about reconstituting when we get back. There is a prince of Shimon coming, but until the prince get here, Shimon need a leader. This is the leader of Shimon will be Shelumiel Bar Zuri Shadi. This is his name. He's the leader. He's not the prince. He's just the leader. No. People think they know what they're doing. They think they're reading. I don't know how they missed this, but it's sitting here because it's telling me how to reconstitute the people when they come back. Because some people going to be Shimon, and now Shimon need a leader. This man, the leader, till the prince get here, and then the prince is the prince, and he still have a place of honor and respect, but he is the leader. The prince of Judah. See?
Yes.
This Nachshon bar Aminadab. The prince of Issachar. Nathaniel bar Zuar. Now you might remember Zuar. This name, this is also the name of a city here in Jordan where Lot had to flee to, is Zuar. Okay?
And when it says bar, it means the son of.
The next, the prince of Zebulun, Eliab bar Kelon.
Kelon.
The prince of Bani Yusuf, of Ephraim, Elishama bar Amihud. The prince of Manasseh, Gamliel bar Pedezur. The prince of Benjamin, Abudan bar Jedoni. The prince of Dan, Achiezer bar Amishadi. The prince of Asur, Pagir bar Achran. The prince of Gad, Eliasaph bar Dehuil. The prince of Naphtali, Achirar bar Inan. These, the notables. Now you see this word there? See
Yes.
how it's in parentheses?
Yes.
There's no word there. These, the notables of the congregation of the people, chiefs of their father's tribe, heads of thousands in Israel. These. So, when we get back and we start to reformulate, and we have the people coming back, these will be the notable ones. Don't mean they come back with these names.
But they will be appointed, these names.
You get the chair, you get the name.
You know, it's interesting that it says prince, because so many of our men I know always talk about them being kings, but you never hear them talk about being prince.
I tell you what, this is written in the book of Psalms. This is the advisement from, my father's house. The Most High says, my princes, are they not altogether kings? It's interchangeable.
Boom.
Okay? Every king is a prince, every prince is a king. It's one and the same. So now these are the notables. These will be the men of renown. They will be the heads. Period. These. The same way as it was then, same way now. You will not come here and be a Bob, a Steve. You have to take the name of antiquity that's assigned and appointed to you.
And then at the same time, you're also gaining understanding of which father's house you come from.
You come from, you're appointed to, and that you have to keep in the customs and traditions and the laws. All right? And Musa, Moshe, and Aaron took these men who are expressed by their names. Notice he has to keep reiterating these men who are expressed by their names. You see this right here? That means they wasn't expressed this before.
Right.
These men who are now expressed by their names, meaning you take this name, this you title. You see that?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is how it is. All right. And they assembled all the congregation on the first day of the month of Iyar, which is the second month, and recensed them. This is a census. Them by their families of their father's house, by the number of their names, from 20 years old and upwards, by their capitations. What's this capitation?
That's the poll tax.
The poll tax. So each man has to come in and give this amount of silver for his count.
So, I'm sorry. Their name change was when they came out of Egypt. These weren't the names when they were in Egypt. Because we see today, everybody that comes to learn that they are of the house of Israel, they themselves are changing their names, but they're still in captivity.
Right.
So they got it backwards.
Yeah, you trying to you putting the cart before the horse.
Got you.
I'd rather be Steve and learn the law and keep the law. And then when I come out of captivity, because of my merit and my good works, the name is appointed to me and the position with it.
Right, because they came out, received the law,
right,
then got the name changed.
Right.
So there was an order.
There's an order. Then you come out, then this is the name appointed to them in this time.
Okay.
Now there is a law and a prophecy to this, but we're not going into prophecy.
Yes, sir.
Because you don't understand the rules yet. Once you understand the rules, then when you go see it in the prophecy, you say, oh, yeah, because this was based upon the law here. So now you go from the law. Now when you go read something else, you go back to the law. It stop at the law. It don't go the other way. Okay? It's back to the law. This is the final authority. It's not the other way around. That's why I started in Exodus 20 and we're reading through to the end of Deuteronomy 34. This is not because, you start in Bereshit, which is the first ones. I'm not starting with the first ones. I'm starting with the law. When we get to Bereshit, again, you will understand, because I will say, you see, right here, before all of this comes the law. And I'll show you that because there's a scripture, a law, a text that governs how you're supposed to read the book. But you don't know that. I know. You read how you want. You want to start when you want to start. and make it make sense how you want it to make sense. But from the beginning, you're being judged by a law. How are you going to judge somebody on what they do when you don't know the rules? Right? You're supposed to be a judge at the tennis match, but you don't know nothing about tennis. This don't make sense. We'll be right back. Okay, we back.
You know, something that just really just hit me. You just don't learn the law. You have to receive it. Learn and receive. You know,
You have to accept it. That's
you
what
have
it
to
means to receive it, is to accept.
You have to
Yes.
accept it.
Yes. Okay?
Wow.
So you have to accept this, and upon the accepting of it, your proof is the doing. So I'm not just telling you what to do, and I didn't do it this exact same way. Okay? I wasn't Rabbi Sheikh before I come out. Okay? I was Gidon before I come out. Or Gideon in English. But I was Gidon before I come out. When I come out, then they say, you name this because you have done these things. Even when they call me Jadua, Jadua means the strong man who helps everybody. The strong man, which is the same thing as Gidon.
The mighty warrior.
Right? The strong man, the mighty warrior. But Jadua was like, it's the mighty warrior who helped everybody. Everybody of who? Everybody of his people.
So the name tells your story.
The name is telling the story based upon the actions. So it's not about who I wish to be, what I am doing, what I am trying to do, what I am consistently working on. This will become your name. Everybody know Boaz, but you don't know Boaz. You don't know his name when his name was Saban. So you know Boaz because that's what they called him, because he fed the entirety of the nation from his farm. During a famine, he grew food and he fed people. People worked from him, they gleaned from him, he fed the nation, and the famine ended. So you don't understand how the Boaz come. This is one of the pillars names inside the temple, the Boaz pillar. Why? Because he held up the nation
with food. So when you and I met and got to talking and I shared with you my name and you said, no, let me give you
this one
the
until we get to some development.
Yes.
So I took her name as it is in English
and gave it in Arabic.
And gave it back in the Arabic and says Arabia Hajj. There's no V's for it to be Arabia. Arabia, yes, you are from Arabic descent. You are from an Arabized people. Hajj, and you are on a journey. In this journey, we will hit a goal, a marker, and your name will then be revealed. Right now, you're part of a large house, but in this house, there is more than one tribe. See? You don't know, okay? You don't know. So if I say the house of David, all the tribes are in the house of David. You're going to tell me, they're going to say, the brother don't know what he's talking about. That's what they're going to say.
Yes.
But if you go to Chronicles and you read about the council of David, they lived in his house. So you have the kings and the princes from all the tribes present with him in and a part of the house of David. But David's tribe was Ephrathah. But you don't know about the Ephrathah tribe, because this tribe group is among the father's house of Judah. You don't know about that. I'm a Ephrathite. You don't know that. I don't expect you to. I'm telling you.
They don't even know who Ephrathah is.
I don't worry about it. When we go back around,
No, they'll find
we'll get
out.
there. But I'm giving you some of the cultural building blocks before I continue, because when you're talking about Numbers, this actually is the first book of Chronicles after the Exodus. This is a chronicling book.
Yes, it is.
That's right. So now you see that the way we write the books is in a specific pattern to give witness and testimony. So now you have a king, Moses, and this is his books of what? Testimony of the history and the events of what happens to the people. And this book is called Numbers, but it's not Numbers. We named the book Ben Midbar because this is where they were and what they were going through, but it's actually a chronicling. It's the Chronicles. So when you read Chronicles chapter 1, it does the same thing.
It does the exact same thing. Yes, it does. And goes through the list of all the kings.
Right?
Yes.
So now when you go back and you read Joshua and Judges, and then you get to 1st and 2nd Samuel and Kings and Chronicles, it's the same layers. These are the same types of books. You repeat this exact same format. You don't change it. You're not allowed.
Right. Yeah, because when you think about it, Joshua goes through the experience of coming into Israel, like with Genesis, with Adam.
It's the same first one, except for he's in this different experience.
Yes,
So,
Judges is like
same thing.
Yes.
You see? Then when you go and you read through Judges, then you get into 1st and 2nd Samuel, which is really 1st and 2nd Kings. And 1st and 2nd Kings is really 3rd and 4th Kings. It's all chronicling of kings. Then you get to the book of Chronicles and we're chronicling the people. Which people and which house and which tribe. There's also little prophecies here, little nuggets there. This is the same format.
Like census, what we know in this.
You have to recense the people every Jubilee, every so often. Okay? So, especially after a Jubilee, you have to recense the people.
Oh, okay.
Okay? You need to know, okay, what we need, the provision, how we're going to prepare, what we're doing, what's the new goal, do we have enough food, do we need to grow more? You have to know. Woo.
We at verse Give me 19.
And as Yah commanded, Moshe numbered them in the wilderness of Sinai. So again, the Most High told him 2 times, gather these kings, we're going to recense the people. Okay, you gathered these people, you made these leaders, now recense them again by this number and by their taxes, tax them in this way. So yes, we do have a tax, but it's not like America. Okay? And this is in the wilderness of Sinai, Ben Midbar, in the wilderness, the desert. And the sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, by the families of the generations of their fathers' houses, in the number of their names by their polls, every male from 20 years old and upward, all going forth in the host, moving forward in the host, in the group. Okay?
Yes.
But this word host, not host.
Oh my goodness.
Because this host is just like Shabbatot. Moving forward in the covenant. Yah of covenant. Lord of hosts, Yah of Satot. Yah Satot. Yah of the covenant. So they're moving forward by the covenant.
Right, because they made the covenant at Sinai.
So these are the ones moving forward now in the covenant, because last year we had folk that decided they didn't want to move forward in the covenant and they died.
Ooh. Okay.
The sum of the tribe of Reuben, 46,500.
And that's just the 20 and upward?
That's just 20 and up, just the men.
Whew.
It's not women,
Men.
children, and there's no outsiders. This just the men. Now, if you notice, there is a reduction because some people died.
Died, yes.
Okay? Of the families of Beni Shimon, the sons of Simeon, after the generations of their father's house, in the number of their names by their polls, every male from 20 years upward, every one going forth in the host, the sum of the number of Shimon, 59,300. Okay? Tesahamishim Elef, Talat Meya. Okay? 59,300. Of the family of Beni Gad, that's right, Beni Gad. God, not Gad. I don't know who Gad is. Like people drive a cab. Gad. God. Like G-O-D. Yes, Beni Gad. That's why we have Allah. This Allah. God, we have a tribe for that. Of the family of Beni Gad, after the generations of their father's house, in the number of their names by their polls, every male upward, 20 years and up, 45,650. The sum of the tribe of Judah, 74,600. Issachar, 54,400. Zebulun, 57,400. Ephraim, 40,500. Manasseh, 32,200. Benjamin, 35,400. Dan, or Din, 62,700. Asher, 41,500. Naphtali, 53,400. These are the sums of the numbered ones which Musa and Aaron and the princes of Israel, 12 men, a man for each house of their fathers, did number. So, 12 men, this outside king, high priest, all the priesthood, this, each one the head of his tribe, also the head governor, prince over that tribe's land portion. Notables, nobles of high moral caliber, strict upon themselves in the covenant of the law, and wise and merciful in its application upon the people. Men of renown, men of respect, men of integrity. Nothing about rich in there. Rich ain't in it. Didn't say rich.
No, it didn't. Never did.
And all the sums of the number of Bani Israel were 603,550. So, and that's 20 and up. 20 and up. So nobody under 20 numbered. Just the men of the 12 tribes, the heads of family. It's not giving the family count.
No.
Heads of family. All right? But the Levites after their father's tribe were not numbered among them. For Yah had spoken with Busha, saying, nevertheless, the tribe of Levi thou shalt not number, nor take their sum among the children of Israel. Period. Levi is 0. You got to have a 0 to have a 1. Okay? But thou shalt appoint the Levites over the tabernacle of the testimony. What? What's the tabernacle of the testimony, Rabbi Shay? They are recording the testimonies of the children of Israel. The happenings, the events, the scribes of the histories, the scribes of the Torah, preserving that we have an accurate copy in each and every generation.
And that's what Jonathan ben Uziel.
This is how all the Levites, they could be scribes and continue to keep the law with perfection, every jot and tittle. Okay? This is their appointment. They have to do in this, working in this. So they building inspectors.
Yes, they are.
They medical men and doctors.
Bakers.
They bakers. Cooks. Right? They clean.
Perfumers.
Perfumers with oils.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now they scribes. No. So you people think you know so much. Everybody want to tell somebody about this, but nobody make this like this. Nobody tells the truth. So they're over the tabernacle of the testimony and over all its vessels, and whatever things pertain unto it. They shall carry the tabernacle and all its vessels, and do service in it, and round about the tabernacle they shall dwell. Round about it, they said.
round about it.
They live roundabout.
So
They live around it.
the scribes are from Levi.
Now, can another tribe have scribes? Yes. Nehemiah was from Judah, and he was a scribe. Right? When did we discuss this? Well, if you read the law, you can come in and you can make a vow and give your son into this service as well.
That's right. You have to pay the shekels.
Give him the shekels and there's an exchange.
Yes.
No, I want my son to be in this service. Why? He's going to be notable. Like Nehemiah is notable. He's a prince, but he was the scribe to Ezra. You see? Okay, we're going to do this again. Here we go. No, we're going to keep it up. And when the tabernacle is to go forward, because it's moving, the Levite shall take it apart. And when it is to be stationary, the Levite shall uprear it. They should put it up. The common person who draws near will be slain by a flaming fire from before Yah. It says, when you see them putting it up, mind your business. Don't go over here trying to see something. Don't go near there. Don't go over there. Stay away. And the sons of Israel shall encamp, every one by the place of his own company, every one under his standard, according to their host. Well, what's the standard? Well, guess we're going to have to take a little bit of time and see when the Most High will tell us what the standard is so that we can have one. Because right now we just found out you supposed to have one. We just found out it's numbers. It's a year later. There's no standard. And the Most High said you have to have a standard, but this is what the standard is going to be. All right, we're going to wait and we're going to read it. But the Levites shall encamp round about the tabernacle of the testimony, that they may not be wrath upon the congregation of the children of Israel. So to prevent us from dying, from being so close to the tabernacle, the Levites live around it. That way we don't have to go to the tabernacle to deal with issues. You just go to the nearest Levite. The whole way. Did you see that?
I saw it.
You didn't have to go to the tabernacle.
Right, just go to the nearest
You just go to the nearest Levite. Don't go all the way up to the tabernacle. We deal with the issue from far away because if you made a mistake, you're not clean. Don't go up there.
And you know, what I am seeing thus far is that the Levites have much responsibility, a lot of responsibility.
Oh, yeah.
It's not about, oh, you preach the word, so that makes you a Levite.
No. So you can be silent.
And be a Levite.
Silent. You can be silent. We're going to get into the divisions and the portions of the tribe of Levi and what they do in the putting up, the taking down, and the inner service in the tabernacle. But you forget, not everybody is in there. What are you doing roundabout is you have to deal with the people as an extension of the tabernacle. You're an extension of it. So now the people, they can't approach near. But don't worry, we have the Levites and they're operating as an extension. We'll be right back. All right, we back.
And you know, we had this movement which is still going. Bring your tithes to the storehouse. You're bringing it to these people who's declaring themselves as Levites, but they're nothing more but robbers and thieves.
Right. You're supposed to take your money come back, buy land, grow the food
To give to
to
them.
give, to be brought and placed in storehouses for the entirety of the nation to have food.
So all these Cleflos and Kenneth Cole, all of them are nothing but robbers and thieves.
Right.
They got to deal with, I'm not going to be there in that smoke.
Just telling you what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're not dealing with a whole lot of wealth and money. It's not wealth. Land and production, produce
is your wealth.
Is wealth. Okay?
We going at verse 54. Getting ready to go into the standard.
But the Levites shall encamp round about, okay, congregation of Israel, and the Levites shall keep charge of the tabernacle of testimony. And the sons of Israel did according to all that Yah commanded Moses, Moshe. So did they. And Yah spoke with Moshe and with Aaron, saying, every man of Beni Israel shall encamp by his standard, by the ensign which is signified upon the standard of their father's house, over against the tabernacle of ordinance, shall they encamp round about. So the tabernacle of testimony, the Levites is around that. The tabernacle of ordinance is to the west side westward of the tabernacle of the testimony, and that's where the king is. So they're side by side. So you can go to the tabernacle of ordinance and not go to the tabernacle of the testimony. So when you go to the tabernacle of ordinance, you're going there to seek instruction. So Moses is at the tabernacle of ordinance. Aaron is over there working at the tabernacle of testimony. So your idea about how this place is moving and working and living is a little different, isn't it? The length of the camp of Israel shall be 12 miles, and its breadth 12 miles. So it's 12 miles long, north and south, and 12 miles east and west. This is the 12 miles square. This is the camp.
So you at a good distance from the tabernacle.
This is a big space. This is not small.
Right.
12 miles by 12 miles, okay? We have a square. They who encamp eastward to the sunrise shall be of the standard of the camp of Yehuda. Now, we still don't know what this standard is. Shall be of the camp of Yehuda by their hosts, spreading over 4 miles. And his standard shall be of, hold on, wait a minute. We're going to come back.
Thank you.
And we're going to read. And I'm going to show you an artifact. And we're going to judge the artifact by the instruction and see where you're supposed to gather and encamp versus where you are now.
Yes.
All right? All right, we're back. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to read, because it says you're supposed to have the standard, and his standard, the standard of Yehuda, by their host, by their covenants, spreading over 4 miles. So you get 4 square miles to encamp to the east, to the rising of the sun. The standard shall be of silk of 3 colors, corresponding to those of the precious stones which are in the breastplate, which is the ephod. And upon it shall be expressed, written, and set forth the names of the 3 tribes of Yehuda, Issachar, and Zebulun. Now I'm checking the scripture to make sure this is exactly the same. I want you to do that with me so that this is not a flag that somebody has made up, a standard, an ensign that somebody has just created out of their imaginations of what they feel it should be. It shouldn't be white and blue with a star, or purple with a menorah and stones, and everybody's making up one for each tribe. No, there's only 4 standards, 3 nations on each. And this has their names and the corresponding colors to their stones. Right? And in the midst of it shall be written. So on the flag has to be written this next statement. Arise, O Yah, and let thine enemies be scattered, and thine adversaries be driven away before thee. And, so after before thee, there's an and, there shall be set forth the figure, the image of a young lion, and the Rabbah, the chief of the Beni Yehuda, shall be Nachshon, Bar Aminadab. Okay? The sum of the host of the tribe was 74,600 of they who encamp. Next by him shall be the tribe of Issachar, and the Rabbah appointed over the Beni Issachar shall be Nathaniel bar Zuar. The sum of the host of the tribe shall be 54,400. The tribe of Zebulun, the Rabbah shall be Eliab bar Kilon. The number 57,400. All the numbered ones of the camp of Yehuda, 186,400 by their hosts. They shall go forward in the front. First, number 1, we'll make it. According to the instruction. We'll be right back.
So based off of that demonstration that we have just witnessed, each tribe don't have their own flag.
No.
3 tribes are in one standard ensign together. Those who are making their own and putting it with each tribe, you're actually following the understanding of the Jewish people, not going by the instruction.
You're bugging.
You're bugging. You're wrong.
If you made up your own flag, one flag for each tribe, you're bugging. You're wrong.
As well as the standard, the ensign, the flag was not held in Egypt. It was, the instructions was not given until they were in the wilderness in the 2nd year of the 2nd month.
Right.
So that's when our ensign
Went up. They had to make it after receiving the instruction on what it was.
So in order for them now to uphold the inside,
You got to leave.
You got to come out.
And since I already got the ensign, you supposed to camp here. See, the understanding of the law and the giving of the instruction is given to the king to give to you, the people, so that you can encamp by the ensign.
And the Rabbah is the sheikh, which you are
So
the sheikh.
right, and I still have to place over
Yes.
each tribe its prince.
Yes.
So I have to teach them how to become the rabbah over each tribe. It's a whole class. This is why I'm sitting here saying, okay, join us. We're going to teach you the foundations so that you know what you're getting into. So when you come in to learn, you have, your beginning works, but you get the actual hands-on, the training, because it's not easy. It's not reading. I'm reading to you, and there's a whole 7 years of training, hands-on understanding of governing people that has been implemented.
So this is nothing that we're doing on our own. What we are doing is following the instructions that was given by Yahya
Right.
to Musa.
Right. And so that you don't make it up. So when it says, and he shall raise an ensign over the people, you didn't know what the ensign or the standard was until today. So now go back and tell everybody your standard has been raised. It's time to leave. We have to go and support him and encamp with him. We need to send him some money to get everything ready for us to arrive there. We have to get our passports. We have to buy this land and get things situated so that we have our own. We have leadership. We have organization again.
But you know what they don't know?
What?
That you raised the ensign on the capital of the U.S.
Oh yeah, I sure did.
So
I sure did.
the bridge from the U.S. to here
Oh, I sure did.
of the ensign
Sure did.
has already been established. All you have to do
Just come on this side.
is come on this side. So the beginning point
And the end point
is
is
already
done.
established.
You're supposed to raise it up over. Yes, I did.
It was already
up.
done. I'm a witness to it.
I raised it up on the walls of Babel
Sure did.
before I came out.
Yes.
So you say, what? No, this not. I went back to America last year for 1 year to take care of all of this other business and raise the ensign over Babel. I did this already. Now I'm back to prepare you a place for you to come out because I did my job.
Because what they don't understand is once you raise the ensign, the land of America spit you out
You gotta go.
like that. I'm a witness. I saw it for myself.
You have to leave. It's not like you can stay. A flag is not what you think it is. You know what I'm saying? Once you have a flag, your official one by your God, it's an article of war. But I'm not fighting with guns.
No.
No. I'm just taking back over the food.
Yes.
Y'all don't know what to do with it, no way. So that's that standard. And so since it's Judah's standard, while Judah is the head of this section, the eastern section to the rising of the sun. So he is the head. It does not mean that Zebulun and Issachar's princes are not princes, but there is an order.
Yes.
Okay? There is an order. If if Zebulun and princes are dealing with issues of the people, when Judah come to get any orders from me to give back to them, he may do so. But he's the head over this division.
So there's no individualism.
It's order.
It's order.
It's an order in a group. So there's always a 1 to a 2. 1 to 2. You say, what? I says, yeah, there's 1. And 1, there's always 3. 1 to 2. 1 to 2. 1 to 2. There's always 3. 1, and you add 2 more. Okay? So this standard to the east have its 3. The leader of the 3 is Judah, it's not shown.
Yes.
Now, we're going to go to the next standard. By the standard of the camp of Reuben, they shall encamp to the south. Right? So now you start from the rising sun, and the sun passes over the what? The southern gate. Okay, it passes over the south. So now to the south, so Judah's I'm facing north. So Judah's to my right. To the south is Reuben, Reuben. They shall encamp southward by their host, spreading over 4 miles, and his standard shall be of silk of 3 colors, corresponding with those of the precious stones that are in the breastplate. His stones are asmaragd, sapphire, and adamant. On it shall be expressed and set forth the names of the 3 tribes of Reuben, Shimon, and Gad. Reuben, Shimon, and Gad. You will see on your screen right now these standards, right? And in the midst of it, be written. Be written. Like it's not written already, you're going to have to put it up there. But guess what? I did it for you. I put it up there. And we'll be right back. I'm all right.
Okay.
All right. So you have Reuben, Shimon, and Gad. And in the midst of it, be written. Now this is be written. It's not written yet. It will be. This will be written. Here, Israel. Yah, our Allah, is one. Wahad. Echad. And upon it shall be set forth the figure of a stag. That is a deer. A male deer with antlers and horns. Okay? Some would have thought that there should be the figure of a young ox. But Musa the prophet changed it with consultation that the sin of the calf might not be remembered against the children of Israel. And the rabbi said over the horse of the tribe of Reuben was Elazar bar Shadur. And the host and the number of his tribe were 59,300. The tribe of Gad, the rabbi set over the host of the tribe of Beni Gad was Elisaphat bar Dehuil, and his host and the number of his tribe 45,600. All the sum of the numbered ones of the camp of Reuben 151,450 by their hosts, and they went forward secondly. So you have 3 tribes to the east, and now 3 tribes to the south. And the tabernacle, so now also when we're proceeding, you have 3 tribes in the front, 3 tribes second. What? So Judah, Issachar, Zebulun. Then Reuben, Gad,
And Simone.
and Shimon. So these 6 tribes in the front. In the middle,
In the middle.
we have the Levites. The tabernacle shall go with the host of the Levites in the midst of their host, and their camp spreadeth over 4 miles. So the Levites have 4 miles to themselves. Everybody got 4 miles. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Levites got 4 miles in the middle. So we got 4 miles to the right, 4 miles to the south, 4 miles in the middle. Okay? That's all we got now. The first 3 sections, 4 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Over 4 miles in the midst are they to be as they encamp. So shall they go, every man going in his appointed place by their standard. Did the Most High tell you what the standard of Levi was? Oh, yes, he did. The tabernacle.
Tabernacle. Yes. Oh my goodness.
It says, but the tabernacle
Tabernacle.
shall go with the host of the Levite, meaning the entire golden tent encampment, the pillars, the posts, the bases, the boards.
Is the standard.
This is their standard, the actual equipment, not a sign, not a picture of it, the actual stuff.
Whew.
Meaning, without the tabernacle, the Levites have no standard, and the Levites cannot have a standard without the people to surround it, to protect it in the midst of them. So they can't get it. They can't have the Ark of the Covenant and the golden candelabrum without the people surrounding them to protect them and this golden, silver, brass stuff. They mad at me.
Yeah, they are.
Y'all walking around with menorahs and ephods like it's the sign of the Levites. You don't even see a Levite's ephod. You never see it. It is inside the tabernacle. His actual sign is the actual whole building and the encampment.
All the era that we are walking in.
So next, the camp of Ephraim, by the standard of their host, shall pitch on the west. Their camp spreadeth over 4 miles. And their standard of silk of 3 colors corresponding with the precious stones and the breastplates, ligure, agate, and amethyst, and upon it expressed and set forth the names of the 3 tribes, Ephraim, Manasseh, and Benjamin, having written in the midst, and the cloud of the glory of Yah was over them in the going forward of the host. And it was set forth, so that's what's written on it. So if you put these statements together, each standard and its statement, because everyone, you're picking up now that each one has a statement, but it's a continuing covenant for each standard, its statement, and the tabernacle, the actual building, not, you just make up something. And it was set forth the figure of a young man. And the rabbah said over the tribe of Ephraim, Elishama bar Amihu, and the sum of his host 40,500. And next to him were the tribe of Manasseh, the Rabbah, Gamliel, bar Pedasur, and their number 32,200. And of the tribe of Benjamin, the Rabbah, Abudan, bar Jedoni, and their number of his host 35,400. The sum of the camp of Ephraim, so this is Ephraim's camp. He is the point man. Okay, was 108,200, and they went forward thirdly. So Levite in the middle, but again, he is counted as zero. So now you have Judah's camp with the three tribes. You have to the south Reuben's camp with three tribes. Then you have Levi, and behind Levi you have Ephraim with his three tribes. Ephraim, his brother Manasseh, his other brother tribe, and you have Benjamin. Okay? The standard of the camp of Dan to the north. So now you have Dan. Shall be to the north with their host. And you notice I said north before I read it. That's because we have east covered, south covered, and west covered, and the middle is covered. So what's left? The north. Shall be to the north with their host, and the space of their camp shall spread over 4 miles. His standard shall be of silks of 3 colors corresponding with the stones in the breastplate, chrysolite, beryl, and jasper. And it shall be expressed and set forth the names of the 3 tribes, Dan, Naphtali, and Asur. And upon it shall be expressed, and in his encampment shall he say, Return, O Yah, and dwell in thy glory in the midst of the myriads of Israel. And upon it shall be set forth the figure of a basilisk serpent, a snake. A snake. Put a snake on there. And this is the camp of Dan. Din. Right? Everybody says Dan, but there's they don't know what they're talking about. Right? Because we have the Beth Din, right? We have Eden, and then they come to Din and they want to call him Dan. Like Gad, Dan. It's Din. Because it's judgment, justice. Okay? And the number of his tribe, 62,700. They who encamp next to him shall be of the tribe of Asher. The Rabbi was Pagil bar Akran, and the number 41,500 of the tribe of Naphtali, the Rabbah, Akira bar Anan, and the number 53,400. The sum of the host of Dan was 157,600, and these went forward last with their ensigns, plural. So each tribe have the same ensign, 3 of them. This is the mount of the numbers. See that?
Yes.
There's the word mispar, the mispari, the numbers. the numbers of the Bani Israel according to the house of their fathers' tribes. All the sums of the camps of their hosts were 603,550. But the Levites were not numbered among the sons of Israel, as Yahweh commanded Moshe. And the sons of Israel did, so they heard this and then they did it, did according to all that Yahweh commanded Moses, so did they encamp by their standards, and so went they forward, every man with his family by the house of his fathers. So now he's rearranged them and unmingled them in the wilderness. You got reorganized. You came out a mixed multitude. And the second year, you were reorganized by family, father, tribe, and everything else.
You're reestablished back to a nation.
You were reestablished back to the nation.
You
And you just needed the men as the heads, 20 and up. Now, if these don't act right, I'm telling you, it's a problem.
You know, I was reading what was written. And starting with Yahuda, he says, arise. And to end with Den, it says, return.
That's a very interesting thing. Because you want the Most High to return to us.
And that's where we are today.
It's where we are. It has nothing to do, like you think this has to do with them then, but they were already together and they are now doing this for us, for our sake in this scattered condition. So we're going to be welcoming some of you back. I know this is coming out. I know this is a problem, but the Most High is about to make the unclean clean.
And you can't declare yourself a nation being scattered.
No, you have to come together.
Return.
And there is an order. So here's the ensign. It's here. Okay? I know there's going to be some fool somewhere going to try to make it. Right?
Oh, yes. Almost definitely.
And going to try to make it and say, yeah, we got the truth over here. We doing it over here. And when they die.
Yes.
Just come on, bring your ensign over here with you. And you're going to say, yeah, you know, they tried it, but they died. They died because they tried to usurp the word, the memra. There's an order. I am doing things in a specific way for specific reasons, which you do not know.
Because already, Yah gave you the instruction to already have the ensign ready. It's just them coming and getting position.
Listen, you talking about, they did this in the second year. This my second week.
Yes.
This not my first week. This my second week. Don't know what y'all talking about.
Right.
This my second week. I've already completed the first 7 years in preparation to get clean. To do this, I'm in my week of purification. This is another 7 years. So now I'm telling you, there's a lot that has to be learned. You're going to assume that the prophets, the books of the prophets that you have is correct. They not.
And you know, this is what we must understand. We are unclean.
And we have to get clean.
And we have to get clean.
And there's only one way. The Most High has taken the whole nation now, and he's turning on the fire, and everybody's going in.
Yes. The refiner's fire.
The refiner's fire. So like Abraham was cast into the fire. I know y'all thought I was going to say Daniel, right?
No.
Abraham was cast in the fire, Babel.
Yeah.
Okay, the righteous will come out. So we all going in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Make sure you following instructions. This will tell you how to survive the fire.
Mm-hmm.
One step at a time, one day at a time.
One.